Ancient Sparta, where discipline and strength forged warriors. Spartans trained from childhood, enduring pain and fear. In battle, the phalanx and the xyphos, short, broad, deadly, were their tools. But what if Spartans forged their blades from volcanic glass? Obsidian, sharper than steel, revered by ancient peoples. What if the Spartan xyphos was reborn in volcanic glass? The journey begins. Deep underground, volcanic heat creates molten rock, magma. When a volcano erupts, this magma becomes lava. If lava rich in silica cools rapidly, it forms obsidian, a natural glass, black and sleek. Ancient humans discovered its secret. Obsidian fractures in a way that creates edges sharper than any metal. A skilled hand could shape it into tools and weapons with a cutting edge just molecules thick. Obsidian knives and arrowheads were prized for their lethality. In places without metal, obsidian was the key to survival, hunting, food, defense. But obsidian's sharpness comes at a cost. It's glass, and glass is brittle. A bronze sword can bend or dent. An obsidian blade shatters on impact. Its greatest strength is also its fatal flaw. The paradox of obsidian unmatched sharpness, but fragile as glass. Could a Spartan blade survive made from this volcanic glass? The answer lies in how ancient people shaped and used it. Let's see how stone became weapon. The art of flint knapping awaits. The story continues. Ancient craftsmen shaped obsidian with stone, bone, and skill, a process called lithic reduction. They struck a core with a hammerstone, flaking off pieces to reveal the tool within. Each strike required precision. One mistake could shatter weeks of work. As the blade took shape, pressure flaking refined the edge, using antler or bone to pop off tiny flakes. The result? A razor-sharp, delicate weapon. But making a sword-sized blade was nearly impossible. Large, flawless obsidian was rare, and the finished blade dangerously fragile. A solid obsidian xyphos would break in the chaos of battle. The limits of the material forced innovation. To make a practical weapon, ancient cultures had to think differently. The answer, composite design. Let's look to the Aztecs for inspiration. The Aztecs faced the same challenge. Abundant obsidian, but no metal. Their solution. The macahuaytl, a wooden club lined with razor-sharp obsidian blades. Instead of a single stone sword, they created a composite weapon. Wood for strength, obsidian for cutting. The result was devastating. Spanish conquistadors feared its power, claiming it could decapitate a horse. If a blade broke, it was easily replaced. The macahuaytl's design leveraged obsidian's sharpness and wood's durability. Imagine a Spartan xyphos reimagined this way. A wooden core edged with obsidian flakes. It would retain the trusted shape, but gain the cutting power of volcanic glass, a hybrid weapon born from necessity and ingenuity. This is how ancient knowledge adapts to new challenges, the forgotten legacy of obsidian, reimagined for the phalanx. Sometimes the best solutions come from combining strengths. The lesson endures. The story of the stone sword reveals the depth of ancient wisdom. Our ancestors mastered their materials through hands-on experience, not textbooks. They knew the strengths and limits of wood, stone, and resin. This practical knowledge was essential for survival. Today we often forget the origins and properties of our tools. The flint knapper and weaponsmith remind us, know your materials, respect their limits, combine their strengths. The composite obsidian xyphos is more than a curiosity. It's a metaphor for creative problem-solving. True effectiveness comes from blending strengths to cover weaknesses. This lesson applies to ancient weapons and modern challenges alike. In a world of disposable tools, ancient wisdom is more relevant than ever. Learn from the past. Understand, adapt, and innovate. The legacy of the hands is timeless. Rediscover it